everyone, welcome back to the Fetchquest podcast, where we talk about video games and more. I am your host, Guy, joined by my fellow co-host, Brewer.
What's up?
And Connor.
Hello.
So boys, I had an epiphany the other night.
What was it?
I am in love with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, developed by Monolith Soft.
Guy, I think in the past, I may have agreed with you and been really happy you joined the cult, but honestly, I hate that game and all the Xenoblade games now, so go screw off!
What are you talking about? Wait, you don't like the game where you get to have a yandere, personality-less woman by your side the entire time? You hate that?
I'm telling you, I hate the game with strong themes about life and death, with some great writing in Xenoblade 1, some fantastic... I hate those games. I want to burn that new art book that bastard Takahashi just put out. And I don't want to read the developer interviews, just fuck that.
Bro, what are you on? To be fair, Xenoblade 3 is pretty shit. But, bro, I thought you loved Xenoblade 2.
Nah, I hate all the Xenoblade games now, and I hate their shitty DLCs too, fuck Torna, the golden shit country, no wonder that their asses got destroyed, they deserved it for being garbage. And in Future Redeem, couldn't even redeem the whole series, so terrible.
Yeah, the shit Brewer is spewing right now is making me physically ill.
The only good thing about the Xenoblade games is all the designs in 2 with the giant titty woman. That's the only good thing about the series I like anymore.
I have to agree there, because I love it when I can't even look at my screen because it's filled with boobas.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about those games. Other than that, they've thrown so hard.
I'm glad we at least agreed on that. God, that's not the way I want to start this episode, but fuck. I guess we're both stupid.
Okay, let's talk about something good real quick.
You know, I know something that's really good that we should talk about.
Uh-huh.
What's up?
Call of Duty, the best franchise that's ever been released.
I love Call of Duty. I love paying $70 for a 4-hour campaign.
Yeah, I think
You first.
I was gonna say, my favorite part about Call of Duty is how you have to pay a bunch of microtransactions. You have to pay $20 to get a really crappy skin. That's my favorite thing.
Honestly, make sure you can't buy any other games because you're spending all your money on COD. More time with COD. Oh my god, it's so peak. I love it. I love it.
COD's, yeah.
Dude, my favorite thing was in Modern Warfare 2, where they made microtransactions where you had to spend real money for guns.
Yeah, that was the best part.
Dude, it was so good. It implored you to just spend more money. And I love spending money.
Another part that I also really... this isn't directly tied to Call of Duty, but I also like when people who have really, incredible gaming opinions also really like Call of Duty. Because it's just yeah, that makes sense. You know, the type of people who say, oh, video games are dying because all that's left is shooters and bad AAA titles.
Dude, they're so right.
Right.
There's only shooters coming out right now.
Yeah.
Dude, they're kind of right.
Honestly, I can see Mario coming out with a gun soon.
Yeah, I'll take the Shadow the Hedgehog route, and we all know Shadow the Hedgehog's top 10 video games of all time.
Dude, I love Shadow the Hedgehog. I kind of see what the Sonic fandom's going on about now. I want to put Shadow's gun in my mouth and suck it off.
Furries are spitting.
Oh my god.
Bro, when he goes, damn. Dude, that hits hard.
Dude, honestly, Sonic in that generation was perfect. They came out with Sonic 06 right after. Oh my god, they were not missing. I don't know what the hell Mario's doing with those shit games like Galaxy coming out.
Yeah, honestly, that's a great transition, Brewer, because I want to talk about, because similar to Guy, I also had the epiphany the other night, and I realized Mario Galaxy kind of dog shit. in all things considered.
It's
Dude,
mid. Dude,
that
I'm gonna be
Mario
real.
just
It's mid
hasn't
as
had
fuck.
any good games. They don't have any cool DLC with their
The
games. Like,
last
come on,
time,
you know you gotta put out a battle pass whenever you release a new game.
yeah,
Mario Wonder didn't have a fucking battle pass. Those
yeah, but
idiots.
Mario Gal
They
like
decided to
what?
do like okay, they got like one half of the equation right. They had gotcha in it, but the fact that they didn't add a battle pass in that game like just fucking like cemented to me that like Nintendo was not listening.
No, no, no. They didn't do the gotcha right though, because they didn't have a bunch of rare 2% drops in it, and you didn't have to
Exactly.
pay real world money. So I don't feel any attachment to all the things I'm getting from the gotcha either.
Yeah, but
Dude,
like,
you're so right.
with Mario Galaxy, like, why would I ever want to play that? Like, why would I ever want to go to a bunch of different worlds, each of them having their own unique level design and theme with super awesome music? When I mean, like, its controls are awful. Like, it uses motion controls. Everyone knows motion controls are absolute ass.
Why would
Ew.
they ever put motion controls in a
Fuck.
game? Like, I'm being serious on this one. Like, why?
Why would you ever put motion controls in your video game? It's like you could choose any other control scheme, and we all know, like, the only time the motion controls have been done right are in Skyward Sword for the Wii. Those were insanely good
Yeah, like
motion
honestly,
Oh,
I
I
don't know
controls.
always wish
what
I
they were
preferred
cooking
motion
by adding those
controls.
thumbstick controls in the HD version. Like, it was good on them for putting the price at $60 for the game, because it's a fun, cool Zelda game, and then with a $25 amiibo. But what the hell were they thinking, putting those thumbstick controls in? Like, I
Yeah,
like swinging my
it
arm around and getting tired.
yeah, it really took the immersion out of the entire thing.
Yes, it did.
Like, how the hell am
I'm
I
gonna be
supposed to
real.
touch myself to gear him when my arms are gonna be too tired from waggling around the goddamn Wiimote?
It's crazy that we're saying this because like Skyward Sword is low-key the best Zelda game.
I mean, yeah, like, we all know how amazing it is. It's like
Nah,
I
the
mean,
CDI
it's
Zelda games got way more. Like, they got all the cool voice acting in there.
Oh my
well,
god, you're right. Those
Like, Skyward Sword is just a bunch of grunts and whatnot, but CDI games, though, like, that is peak. Like,
well, here's
top-down
the
Zelda,
thing.
way better than the shitty 3D Zeldas they came out with. And
Yeah.
then they had the Zelda 2 style combat as well on the NES. Like, I don't know why they stopped doing the Zelda 2 style combat after the second one, because that was the best. Like, the first Zelda, it was all right for its time, but like top-down combat, what the hell were they thinking?
dude,
So, I want
they
to
were
go back.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, I want to go back to Skyward Sword because I want to talk about, like, the absolute decline. Because how do you release Skyward Sword, the absolute peakest of peak in the Zelda franchise, and then release Breath of the Wild? Like, it's
Actually
such
though.
it's such a downgrade. It's like if you were to release Sonic '06 and then release immediately after that release Sonic Mania. Like, it's such an insane downgrade on every single level, and I just don't understand what they thought they were cooking, because they burnt the shit out of Breath of the Wild.
Okay, I'm gonna be real. On the topic of Sonic 06, that game is so underrated. What the fuck are people on? Like, it was the first, like, official 3D Sonic game, and I thought they knocked it out of the fucking park. Why do you think every other Sonic game is modeled after that nowadays? Because it's fucking peak.
Yeah, and yeah, I also agree because, like, a lot of people have problems with, like, the only problem I have that with that game is when Sonic kisses a woman, because I'm a furry and so I want Sonic to kiss other hedgehogs and shit like
That's what
that.
I'm
Oh, you're
saying.
right, because it's not keeping up with, like, the furry status of,
It's
like,
not
furries
lore.
fucking
It's not
furries
lore
in the first
accurate.
games, yeah.
Exactly. Like, he should be kissing Shadow. Like,
At
that's
the
what,
very least, they did a much better job in the future when Sonic Forces came out by letting you make your Sonic OC.
you know what,
Like,
you're
they were
so
cooking
right.
with that.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing. And bringing all the cool
That was
villains
peak.
back.
Yeah, like, I mean, fuck Chaos, that guy didn't matter at all. But Zavik, like, top 10, like, top 5 Sonic villains, honestly.
Nah, it's fine.
Bro,
They just need a
top
bunch
5
of
villains
screen
in
time and
general.
nothing else. They don't need any cool boss fights or anything, or to show up too much at all.
Yeah. I mean, why even have boss fights?
Yeah, like they're so
I
Alright,
think,
I'm gonna
pointless.
be real. I didn't want to say this, especially like now that Jay's not here. But I'm gonna be real. I've heavily overrated the Souls games.
Dude, I don't know what the hell you're thinking. Why were you so on
Yeah,
them for so long?
guy,
Like,
guy,
they're
we
way
didn't.
too hard. They don't have an easy difficulty option.
Yeah, guy,
It's
I
just
wanted.
dodging and hitting the whole game with some special attacks.
Yeah, and then every single character has these weird, stupid names like Guinevere and Melania. Like, it's so stupid. Like, I'm glad you finally realized that the Souls games are overrated.
Yeah, and half of the enemy designs are ripped off of that shitty manga Berserk. Like, come on,
Dude,
that manga sucks ass.
like Berserk has like a lot of like essay moments, so it's like it must be bad, right? Like,
Yeah,
come
like
on.
I don't. They should have copied like Sword Art Online because like that shit is peak.
Okay, that got essay moments like down pat. Like, okay, I really shouldn't be joking about this. But yeah, like y'all, like Berserk kind of mid. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Mid? You're gonna say it's mid? It's dog shit.
Ah, you're
It's
right.
below mid. Mid is
It is below mid.
it's praise for it.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
right. I overrated it, but as we were talking, I like the Souls games. Like, I don't understand what people are talking about with like the hype boss battles and whatnot, because like, y'all, they way too hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
you
mean,
die in like a couple hits. You got to read these bullshit enemy attack patterns.
yeah. So what if a guy comes down as a meteorite and like what? So what if a guy summons a bunch of meteorites in his fight and he rides on a stupid horse like a
Like,
stupid?
okay, Shadow the Hedgehog has a gun. He's still gonna be 10 times cooler.
Yeah, exactly. Any
True.
character with a gun is automatically 10 times cooler than anything you could ever come up with.
Yeah, we live in America. Of course we do. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, guns are awesome. I'm gonna be real. I'm so glad that I live in America because guns are everywhere, and the more guns you put in your games, the more better it is.
The better I feel represented.
I need them.
Yes. So yeah. Um,
Exactly.
I
You know
gotta
what?
say,
You know another game that has a gun sort of thing? Mario Sunshine. And I realized in the past I have said some bad things about Mario Sunshine. That it's not a good game. That it is absolutely just really it's really bad. It doesn't hold up to the standards of previous Mario games. But I'm here to say I take back everything I said. Mario Sunshine is one of the best Mario games. It's so much better than Galaxy. It's better than Mario Odyssey even, and it's just like the flood mechanic where you're strapped to a thing that makes you like super slow and you have to stand still in order to kill enemies. That's such a cool mechanic for a 3D platformer.
dude, it's crazy you're saying that because like I replayed Mario Sunshine recently, and I actually thought that game was ass.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Like, the criticisms that you said before, like Flood making you slow and like the levels not making any sense, was just really bad. Not just that, but the the voice acting was terrible. Not only that, but it has the implication that Bowser and Peach fucked, which in my
Well,
head
I think
canon,
I think that's a
I
I think
want
that's
Mario's penis in her, not Bowser's.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm so glad that Charles Martinet isn't voice acting for Mario anymore because he did such a terrible job. Like, I don't
Okay,
know what I was
bro,
thinking getting that man's autograph twice.
bro,
Cause like,
bro, literally just goes wahoo and gets paid.
yeah, like, well, why did
Like,
we
think
even
about
want
that.
to meet that man?
Like,
yeah.
I
it's
don't.
kind of nuts.
Honestly, I'm thinking about deleting our episode about him because it was atrocious.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
honestly,
mean,
fair.
yeah, very fair, very fair. Um, you know, there's actually like another game I think we should bring up that I think we're all fans of that we all really enjoyed in the past, but I think we need to come to the conclusion that like the Souls games, it's a really overrated game, and that game is Persona 5 Royal. It's overrated.
God,
That
that game sucks ass. Like, first off, it has
Yeah.
turn-based combat, which like, come
yeah,
on,
you know,
get with the
Liam.
times. Like, I don't get why Baldur's Gate 3 had turn-based combat in
Hey,
it.
okay, okay. I'm look, Baldur's Gate. I'm gonna be real. if Baldur's Gate 3 had like an RPG setting where it was real-time action, maybe I would have picked up that game. But like the fact that I have to like sit down and go through the slog that is the turn-based combat, just like it kills it for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like that one
so.
journalist who was saying it needs like just a real-time battle mode. He was cooking something because I mean, oh
Listen,
my
listen,
god,
listen,
what are they thinking?
listen,
Turn-based combat in 2023, 2024.
yeah.
So damn boring. I'm falling
Liam,
asleep.
It's so bad.
I want to say Liam, he's taken a few L's, but one of his biggest W's is saying that turn-based combat is bad. Like Liam, a real shout out to Liam. He was spitting there.
Shout out to
He was
Liam.
spinning. Thank you,
Yeah,
Liam. He finally
He was
made us
spitting
realize
so
what
hard that
turn-based
he
combat
couldn't
was
even join
like.
this episode because he spit so hard he spit himself out of spit. So dehydration.
yeah.
Woo.
He's currently in the hospital recovering from dehydration.
Hey, maybe if we let him play some peak, like 2K, then maybe he'll recover.
Oh, you brought up the goat 2K.
The
Yeah,
best
like
game ever made.
honestly, I'm surprised they keep giving us release after release every year for something that's so peak. Like,
Especially
I'm
when
gonna
they're
be real.
also
I gotta
especially with
give the
like
devs some credit because
yeah.
like releasing a game that good every year, yo, that's devotion that like I have never seen before.
Yeah,
like
and there's a
FIFA
similar
2,
situation.
Madden as well. Like, what is with all these sports games like releasing peak after peak year
Yeah,
after year?
and there's a similar situation with like Pokemon, because we all know that like Pokemon's really stepped up in the years. Like ever since Gen 8, they have like been on the top of the game. Like
Honestly, Scarlet and Violet should have been a $70 game like Tears of the Kingdom.
it should have been
Because
Game
Tears
of
of
the
the
It
Kingdom
Year.
should
had
have
more
been like a
content than Tears of
$10
the
game.
Kingdom.
Yeah,
Yeah, like in some of these sports games too, like they're talking about quadruple A games like Skulls and Bones. That's like more of like a quintuple A games. If we're talking about like all these other games like 2K, they're like octo A games. Like
Dude, you're right.
exactly.
I mean, look, if FIFA keeps selling like a lot because it's soccer, then it has to be good. Like it just
yeah,
has to be
like
good.
that in 2K as well because of LeBron James.
Literally, he goes, "Hey guys, it's me, LeBron James," and dude, it's so fucking good. I love it when he dribbles balls. Like that's my favorite one.
I like when Steve Carey hits those dunks and gets those 4-pointers. Like, oh my
Exactly.
god, that's so
The
peak.
4-pointers in basketball, you break the you're so good at the game that it's a 4-pointer.
Hey,
Yeah, everyone knows you get a 4-pointer when you do an under the leg shot from half court.
so
Ooh.
I had wanted to bring this up before, but I've been playing through Monster Hunter World, and I don't see what you guys see in that game. Like Monster Hunter World, it's kind of ass.
Honestly, we were not cooking. That was our like
Yeah.
teenage years. It was a bad phase for us.
Look, I'm gonna be real. The combat is, fast but slow, but still too slow, and the grounded in realism aspect kinda stupid because, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I need lasers shooting out of shit, and there's no lasers shooting out of shit in this game, and that really pissed me off. Like when I
If I
replayed the
don't
game
have
recently.
if I don't have constant 24/7 stimulation going into my eyeballs and melting my brain cells,
That's what I'm saying.
then it's not a good game.
For how slow the combat is, why the hell don't they have Family Guy funny moment clips and Subway Surfers playing on the side? Like Fortnite knew what they were doing. They put Family Guy
Bro.
funny moments on Peter's back bling. Why the hell
Bro,
didn't
I'ma be
Monster Hunter
real.
do that?
I cannot play Monster Hunter World without like Family Guy clips in the background because like, dude, I mean,
Dude,
some
all
of the
these slow
monsters kind of look
games.
cool. Some of them
Like
look
I swear, all the
cool and
JRPGs that are
whatnot.
turn-based, I always got to put Family Guy funny moments on to even like have a chance at getting through. Like
Yeah,
I don't
because
know how I would have slogged through the long ass 100-hour Persona 5. Like seriously, 100 hours and a mid game. Just make it 20 hours.
yeah,
But
exactly.
too so
100
long, I need
hours
Family Guy
of
funny
game.
moments to be interested the whole time.
Brewer,
100.
you had brought something up earlier. Fortnite. I think me and Guy, we liked Fortnite. Emphasis on liked, because after a few conversations, we realized Fortnite's bad. Like you have
Okay,
to take
I think
the
at
main.
least the zero build is bad. Building
Yeah,
though,
that's what I was about to
peak.
say. Like, yeah, why? Like, why is the game, why did they even think it was a good idea to take the main idea of the game, which was building? Why would they think to take it out? It's not like it saved the game and brought a bunch of people back to it when they added zero build. It's not like the current build is completely like ass or whatever. Like,
I
it's
liked
still
fighting
fun
sweats
build.
that could build 2 twin towers in the span of 5 seconds. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. Like,
You're so right
I
for
love
that.
shooting at one person, missing my shot, and then they build the Eiffel Tower while I sit and reload. It's the best feeling ever. It's like in zero build, I headshot that person, and it's like I'm not having a fun fight. I'm killing people and like dropping 20 bombs with my
If they
friends.
don't build the fucking Taj Mahal when I shoot one shot at them and I miss because of Bloom, then what the hell am I even playing at that point?
Exactly. Well, you don't even play it, Brewer, and honestly, that's a good on you.
Yeah, thank God.
You are staying away from it.
Actually, no, I played once and I got one victory royale, which was enough for me to just stay away from
One
it
victory
forever. It's like a
royale too
poison.
many.
Exactly.
The only other good thing it does is the battle pass system. Like I love battle passes. I
Yeah,
love that.
battle passes
I love
are
like I
the
love that Tekken put a battle pass in as well because it's
Street
so
Fighter.
$70, and then it has like $40 battle pass, the season pass, and then the $25 battle pass. Like I need more battle passes in my games.
Dude,
Exactly.
that's not
Like,
even to mention like Street Fighter 6's battle pass. Dude, you gotta pay extra money for it, but it's so cool because you get customization options for your OC. And dude,
oh,
you know how much we love using OCs in that game.
Dude,
yeah.
I
That's why
love custom
Forces.
characters.
That's why Sonic Forces is like top like one Sonic game.
Yeah, that's what every game needs. It
Literally.
needs an OC option so you can put your self-insert fanfic in there.
Exactly.
Wait,
Exactly.
wait, Connor, I hate to say it. Sonic Forces is mid as fuck because it has the Persona 5 collab.
Oh wait.
Shit, you're right.
Oh, I completely forgot that they
Anytime
tainted
Persona 5 collabs, it ends terribly. Like, whenever it collabs with any of those, like, amazing gacha games, they get shut down within a year.
yeah
So, I mean,
they tainted the insanely incredible gameplay of Sonic Forces with Persona 5. Thank you so much for reminding me, Guy.
they tainted all
You're
those
welcome.
gacha games' amazing gameplay of swiping my credit card.
Yeah.
Dude, real. Dude, I love how Overwatch is pay to win sometimes. Like, with all these
No,
the
I was
broken
just
heroes
about
that
to
come out,
say.
dude.
I was just supposed to say, like, loot boxes and the fact you have to pay for the characters. Like, I mean, I heard they were making a really bad decision because I had heard that they were going to be making all the heroes free from now on, which that would be
Ew!
that'd be such a bad decision. Like, the best part of Overwatch is that I have to pay in order to get the characters that are really good, like the new character Venture that they like released, and how they are just absolutely busted and can one shot multiple enemies. Like, I would love to pay for that.
I would too, dude. Like, okay, a lot of game developers nowadays just seem to be forgetting that, like, I love giving money, and I think the best games out there are the ones that make me pay extra for for content that should have been in the base game. Because
Dude, I
that to
love
me,
playing FIFA, and to get Ronaldo Macy, I gotta pay hundreds of dollars in FIFA coins to get him.
look, in my like, here's how I see it. When a game is already $70 and I have to pay like $20 to $30 extra more for content that should have been in the game, that's all that's telling me is that the content that I'm about to pay
It's
for
just that good.
is going to be really good content.
Exactly.
Dude, and it means great developers like EA and Activision are gonna get more money to fund
I mean,
themselves and to please their
yeah,
shareholders.
the only situation, like, there's only one example I can think of where that's not the case is Elden Ring, because Elden Ring, you already had to pay for the full game, and then now they somehow made enough money to make a DLC, which it
Like,
looks
how the
really
hell
bad.
did that happen? Like, with their workers happy, like, what the hell? They need a workplace like Activision where people are constantly getting harassed.
Okay, I think we need to talk about like the new craze here because this one I don't understand how it blew up so fast. Helldivers 2 is mid as hell.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
god, I hate democracy. Personally, I'm a communist.
I
Dude,
mean, good for
it
you,
sucks.
Brewer.
Like, I know I would have gotten jumped during that Red Scare period in America, but you know what? It would have been worth it to
I
proudly
mean,
state
like,
my commie values,
you know,
especially
when
to say
I
fuck off Helldivers 2.
yeah, when I heard about Helldivers 2, I thought it was going to be great because it had a battle pass. But then I learned, oh, the battle pass, it's not like a seasonal thing, it's just always there and it's getting updated with new things. And like it's not a
You can go
campaign
back
mode.
to it, dude. Dude,
Yeah,
when it was revealed that you can go back to whatever battle pass so that you can work
exactly.
on it, I thought that was a horrendous decision.
Dude,
Exactly.
that's
And it's like,
terrible. Like, you need the stuff to be limited edition, and people never able to get their funny Kratos or Peter Griffin skins to make it even more limited, and people salivate it even more. Like, come on, you got to
yeah,
make sure people can never get it again,
yeah,
so
FOMO.
they
You have
can't
to
have their Family
give
Guy
them
funny
FOMO.
moments.
Just give them FOMO, the fear of missing out on Peter Griffin, and you'll make so much money.
Exactly. We know that's great for the consumer, but then the company as well. Everyone profits and has a great time when you implement FOMO tactics.
Have we gassed up enough games? Oh wait, Brewer, I remember. How I know you said you were going to be replaying the Somnium Files games because they were favorite.
I fucking hate those games. I hate that little bitch Kaname Date, and I want to burn him with a flamethrower. Like,
Yeah.
I hate those people. Like, if you want to play a better visual novel that's published by Spike Chunsoft, go play Danganronpa.
Oh my God, yeah.
I was just about
Guy,
Absolute
to mention how
cheat.
good that game is.
I cannot
Especially go
believe
play the
you.
spinoff Ultra Despair Girls. That one has super good writing and cutscenes.
Guy, I cannot believe you didn't play Danganronpa with all your friends and decided to try to watch Vinland Saga instead. Like,
Dude,
God, that's such a
I'm gonna be
shit
real.
show. Like, season two
I
was
should have
so
done.
damn boring. Like, season one at least had nonstop action to help with their boring ass characters. But then season two has like no action. They got these boring odd characters talking about their lives and feelings.
I think it was very telling for me that I should have watched or like played Danganronpa with him. When one of the main plot points of the third game was that a girl for a hobby, she takes a picture of her shit and she collects those pictures. And that like sparked to me that like this game is trying to do something new and I just didn't appreciate it for what it was trying to do.
Yeah, honestly, I should have gone with that one because it also sounds so less confusing, much less confusing than Somnium Files. Because Somnium Files has this big mystery. Like, I hate mysteries because I mean, like, I gotta figure all these little
yeah,
things
I'm
out and all these
stupid.
little hints that are spread throughout the story. Like, I hate having to keep track of those and think of theories on how. Like, just tell me how it ends. Like, come on. Seriously,
Exactly, because they just
I love when I get like spoiled on Twitter for a new game because I don't have to think for myself.
Yeah. You know what my favorite YouTube videos are? Are the ones where it's like a new game releases and it's boss, 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 and then the final boss in the center. You guys know
Oh,
what I'm
dude,
talking about?
we honestly, I think we should adopt that thumbnail strategy more.
Yeah, we should use that for
Copy the
this.
person that rhymes with Profusha Gaming.
Yeah. We
That's
should
like, oh my god,
honestly
that's so good.
every thumbnail every single YouTuber does from now on should use that style of thumbnail.
It's like
I agree
honestly, like,
because
why play the game
I'm
yourself?
not
Just watch it. Like all those people who played Persona 5 by just watching it. First of all, they didn't buy the game to support the company, so that's good. They didn't actually play it themselves, so that's great. And they just got to experience it by watching it on YouTube or listening it to the background while doing something else. Like, that's amazing.
Exactly.
that is a good thing.
And it's like Liam was so close to being that amazing of a person, but then Guy made a very dumb decision and gifted Persona 5 Royal to Liam. Like, Guy, why did you do that?
I'm gonna be real. I shouldn't have done that because he should have just watched.
Bro, that's
Like
the
he
equivalent
already
of
watched the
writing his name
playthrough.
into fucking Death Note. Why would you do that?
I should have written his name in the Death Note for
Like,
that. Like
that at least would
that was on
have been a
me.
mercy to him. If you'd written his
I
name in the Death Note versus just gifting him that. That's like writing in the Death Note that he's gonna die in agony instead of a
I
quick heart attack.
that was on me. I this actually is a good transition point. I Guys, I know I've been gassing this game up for years, saying it's my favorite game. Persona 5 Royal ain't it.
Yeah, we said, it's like it's so weird because it's like, why would you want to buy a game that has a pedophile in it?
That's what
That's
I'm,
just
dude. That's what I'm thinking. Because like,
it's
if
like
you buy
and
that game, that means you support pedophilia, right?
and one and the first boss of the game is literally like, oh, teachers dating students is bad. Yet you can go and romance your teacher at a point in the game, and it's like, that's so weird. Like, she's literally just like the first boss, and it's like, who would ever be so stupid to actually like genuinely like her and like want to romance her and stuff like that? Like the person
Like
who's
Persona 3 did it right. It had one of the main confidants like just go and romance the teacher himself, so you wouldn't have to.
exactly. I mean, it's like whoever actually likes Kawakami has to be like such a weirdo, you know. Good thing no one.
Yeah,
Ew.
I'm gonna be real. They were not cooking on her design.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real. Oyo's peak,
Dude, I'd fuck Oya. Like,
like no
I
debate.
see that
I
chick,
love
like,
drunk
y'all gonna
woman.
have to restrain me because I would be on her like a fly on shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's just the reality we live in.
yeah.
But,
Funnily enough,
unfortunately...
she unlocks her max confidant, like unlocks Beelzebub, the fly that comes out of the shit. So, like, there's a connection there, definitely.
Dude, I'm just that smart. Like, actually, holy shit.
And it's
The
like,
only good things the Persona games do from Atlas and Sega's like smart-ass decision making is adding a bunch of day one DLC, and like honestly, I loved when they took the answer out of Persona 3 Reload,
oh, that was such a good
and
decision.
now they're going to be selling
Yeah,
it as a
because
$35
apparently it was
expansion
really
pass.
ass.
Like, I get to pay $105 for the game now. Like, that's amazing. If only the game could be as good as 2K
Yeah, but to like,
and didn't have turn-based combat.
it's just I'm sorry, I don't want to leave Persona 5 alone real quick because it's like the entire game is bad. Like there's like maybe one good boss fight in Akuma, like that might be the the
Okumura, yeah.
Akuma. Yeah, that's like the one good boss fight in the game, but every other boss fight is incredibly mid, and like we're not going to spoil it, but I don't know why you wouldn't want to be spoiled on this garbage game. But like, even the final boss is he's awful character, like terrible character.
Fucking
Terrible
horrendous, dude.
writing. Like, what were they even thinking adding that to the game? It's like it made the game longer too.
Yeah, why would I want to play
Which,
that game
like,
for
dude, it was already mid
longer?
as hell. Like, I don't understand what they were cooking on that one.
Yeah, to make the
Exactly.
game longer, which is worse, you also have to like spend a bunch of time with the person, max out their confidant. Like, I tried to not max out any of their confidants because all the characters in Persona 5 are so garbage.
Yeah, especially like
Like, I'm very glad the only character that, like, some of the characters that permanently got maxed out by me not having to do anything was like Morgana.
yeah,
Thank God, at least one of the good ones.
like there's only like two good characters in that game, and it's Oya and Morgana. Like every other character, terrible. And like the teacher we already went over, terrible. The goth doctor that calls you like a good boy and shit, like awful character. Like why would anyone ever be attracted to that at all?
I agree.
Ew,
Like,
like what were they thinking with that game? Like, there were
dude,
so many
I'm gonna be
decisions
real. Like,
that went into that were just
the
wrong.
themes of that game, like, people are confusing like rebellion and self-improvement for teen angst. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like yeah, we should move on. I can't talk about this garbage
Dude, I
game
fucking hate
anymore.
that game. Like, let's move on, please. I
Yep,
can't stand that
I've
shit.
already like punched a wall a couple times. My hand is literally bleeding because of how much I hate that game. Like, I'm
Yeah,
about to go out and
Literally.
cripple someone because of how much I hate that game.
I genuinely don't know what Atlas was doing with that. And it
Yeah.
sucks that
Atlas
that
is
game got
never
so much money. Because, like, that's just telling them that, like, people are buying into that shit when it's so fucking mid.
it's so bad.
Yeah,
We
at
we
least,
have to move on. I think I'm
We
gonna
have to move
literally
on.
yeah, I'll say
We
vomit.
have to
one
move
last
on.
thing before we move on. Like, at least with those terrible like Atlas games, like SMT, like at the very least, those games were still terrible and they were way too hard, especially Nocturne. But at the very least, they didn't sell a lot, so less people were playing them. Like, thank God.
Yeah. And it's like, I wish that would have been the case for like Tears of the Kingdom, but no, it had to be the like one of the best selling games for the Switch. And
Like
it's
at the
like,
very least, Scarlet and Violet were also one of the best selling. Like
that's,
that was very
yeah.
well
So they
deserved.
kind of made up for it. But it's like
That and Pokemon
they
Sword and
made
Shield.
Breath of the Wild was already like an awful garbage trash game that completely ruined the franchise and made it border, and it was just like so bad. And then they were like, let's do that but worse, because they added a bunch of stupid mechanics. They made the map bigger. It was basically just Breath of the Wild, but it's $70 instead of
Yeah, it's
60.
Breath of the Wild 1.2. Like I'm not even gonna say 1.5. Like 1.1 maybe.
1.05.
Yeah. Or wait, no,
Literally,
1.001.
they reused the fucking map. Like, why the fuck am I gonna pay? Actually, no. They reused the map. You know what that means? It has to be a great game. It's an extra $70. Yeah.
Like, I think the price hike is fine. It's a good feature, the price hike, but they changed the all the stupid changes, like adding a new like feature where you can basically build whatever the hell you want, and you can be like, and like create like bombing planes and mechs. Like, that's so stupid and silly. Why would anyone ever want to play that?
Yeah,
You're
like make the
spoiling.
game simpler. I don't want to think for myself and have to do all these things. Just let me go get my gotcha in 2K
One of
to
my
get
favorite
KB
games.
Bryant,
One of my
and
favorite
then
games is
I'll play
Pong.
my game.
Yeah, like that's why I love Pong. That's why Pong is my favorite game of all time. Because it's simple. All you do is move a thing up and down and hit a ball. It's simple.
Gaming did not get
Simple and
better
fun.
past the arcade era. Like arcade era where it was just simplicity was the best. I hate like console gaming.
Yeah, it's awful.
Well, that and I hate like having to own physical media too. Like, so it's so inconvenient. Like, I don't see how the hell Google Stadia failed because
Yeah.
like it was so simple. Like you could stream the games and whatnot because everyone has perfect internet connections nowadays. And like, I didn't have to like own all these games. Like, if the company didn't like the game, they could just take it away, which is amazing because they always make the best decisions.
You're right.
Yeah. Like
Oh God.
like with EA, like EA best developers ever.
Like, hats off to them.
And so, like, I wish Capcom could be like EA. I mean, they try to with all their stupid, or not stupid, sorry, that was a slip of the tongue, but all their insanely good microtransactions. Like, they try to implement EA because they realize how good EA is, but, like, it's just like their games are too bad.
Yeah, like I wish they would be like I wish more companies would be like Nintendo as well, like shutting down a bunch of tournaments for their games that people love for some reason. I don't know why people love those games so much. They're so
Dude,
terrible.
I don't understand people fucking going against them. Like, I defend that shit. Because, like, that just means that Nintendo isn't making any money off stuff that they own. So, they kind of in the right.
Yeah,
Fuck
like
those people.
the
Like,
people need to
dude,
stop emulating games. Like it's illegal first off. But
it's
also you're not
plagiarism.
supporting the publisher. And like if they don't put the game out to buy yourself, then you know what, maybe they'll do it in like 10 years. Just give them some time to work on it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think we've I think we've gassed up games. We've realized how terrible some of our favorite or ex favorite games
Yeah,
are.
we've reconciled on a lot of our terrible points throughout like all of our like what 40 something episodes. Like God, that's way too many episodes.
It's
I'm
way
gonna be
too
real.
many.
I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm glad that we have this conversation because it truly opened my eyes to like what gaming is. Because I'm gonna be real. Gaming just isn't art. Like,
No,
all
it's
you
not.
do is just press buttons and like mess with a joystick, and people think that like there's interactivity with that, which to an extent there is, but y'all, like, the best thing I can do is like just shoot people. Like, that's fun, but like that ain't art. That none of this shit ain't art. Like Shadow of the Colossus, I don't understand it. Like, I don't
God
know.
of War, like God, if I wanted to talk about my daddy issues, I'd just go to a counselor.
Exactly. But I think I think we should end it off here.
Yeah,
Um,
like I fucking hate video games.
do we have any final words?
Yes.
I think I just have 2 final words. If you guys are thinking the same thing I am,
Yeah, I think we are.
all right. I'll count to 3 with me. All right.
All right.
All right, I'm with you. I'm with you.
All right. 1,
One,
2,
two,
3.
three.
April Fools! Ah!
Yes.